But they're first. The 100 Justin Drive is first, Emily. We have with us Mr. Cristofaro, Attorney Silverman, and I think Mr. Williams is JDC 65R owner LLC 100 Justin Drive. Are you all present?
Yeah.
Can you just state your name for the record, please?
Hi, I'm Don DeCristofaro, and I'm a consultant to JDC 65R owner LLC.
I'm not here on this matter. I have a later
okay.
matter.
Okay. Are you the only one in on this one, Dawn?
Amanda Nieto was supposed to join, but I don't see her on yet. But I can handle it.
Okay.
Do you want me to just give an introduction?
Yes.
Hey guys, sorry, Amanda's on.
Oh, okay,
Amanda's
great.
on too.
Okay, so in 2019, Signature Breads permitted a 3,000 gallon fuel tank for a 1,500 kW backup generator, and they permitted it with the fire department and the Chelsea Licensing Board. In 2021, Signature Breads sold the facility along with the generator and the fuel tank to JDC 65R owner LLC. When I reached out to the city and the fire department about transferring the permit, I was advised that I needed to reapply. So on December 7th, the fire department issued a flammable combustible storage permit. And then the next day, I submitted to the city the flammable combustible liquid storage permit application. And then on January 5th, I sent out the abutter notices via certified mail using the city supplied abutter list.
Okay. Anyone else, Amanda, anyone else from your crew need to have anything else to say?
I think Dawn
Okay.
covered it pretty well.
Great.
I'm
Cheryl,
sorry
correct me if
to,
I'm, yeah, go ahead.
excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm the Spanish interpreter. I was told that the meeting was in person. I went to City Hall and then I was given the information from the Zoom meeting. So I just joined because of that.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
It's okay. I don't know if someone is able to launch the interpretation. The host.
I don't know. I don't have the capabilities. I'm sorry. They did it in City Hall. I would try to call.
Okay. Does anyone need interpretation? No. Okay.
Well, do you want to ask in Spanish maybe?
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Juliana Cardona, yo soy la intérprete. Quería preguntar si alguien necesitaba interpretación. Okay.
Emily, this is a public hearing.
So Cheryl, the next thing is I asked for the public to speak in, right?
Okay. Mhm.
Okay, so anyone from the public want to comments or say anything? Okay, any questions from the commission?
None here.
Captain Houghton, is there anything else you wanted to add from the police perspective?
No, this is out of our expertise sphere. The fire department, as long as they sign off on it, we're okay.
And they did sign off on it. The packet that he mentioned is in the file. The certificate.
Yeah. Great, all in favor, or can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve?
I move to approve.
Great, all in
Sorry.
favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great. So we approve to the petroleum license for JDC 65R owner LLC.
Thank
Great.
you all.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Can I ask one question? I understand now there's an additional fee. So do I wait to get invoiced or should I just submit it? And is it And what is the fee?
So I actually don't have that with me. I know I have a check of yours in here, but I think it's per gallon. And we will email you that tomorrow, Dawn, to find
Okay.
out, okay? So
Perfect.
basically, when we issue the actual license, that's when you give us the fee. It's like,
Okay,
you know.
thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Next up, a public hearing to consider the alteration of premise application of an all kinds of alcohol license on premise for Oakwood Tavern LLC, DBA Tambo 22 at 22 Adams Street, Chelsea, Massachusetts. So who is here representing Taylor? Hi.
Hi.
I believe Jose Duarte is also on.
Mhm.
The owner.
Yes, Jose Duarte is here and Taylor Choquette from Tambo 22.
Great. Anything you guys want to say about it?
Yeah, so we're basically just applying for an alteration of premises for our liquor license for Tambo 22 to extend our alcohol sales to our outdoor patio. Currently, our license is indoor. However, for the past 2 years, due to COVID, we've been serving outdoors on our patio with no issues at all. So we just want to continue this, but do it legally. So we are just asking for the approval to add the patio to our liquor license.
Commissioners, the governor has not yet extended the temporary outdoor seating, so we're trying to get establishments to come in and alter their premises so that they may serve alcohol outside. This organization has also already received a special permit. I believe they needed some zoning relief in order to do so, which may be a bit of an impediment to a lot of our establishments, but they were approved. And again, licensing had no issues with this establishment during the 2 years that we've allowed temporary outdoor seating.
Thank you, Cheryl. Captain Hone, anything, comments here? You're on mute.
Still muted.
There we go.
There you go.
No problems with the location. I've seen I live in the area. They've done some upgrades to the side of the wall. We have no police responses there at all, so no problem with us.
Great. Anyone else from the public want to comment or say anything? Okay. Commissioners, any questions?
I have one comment, Taylor. We still have that issue with the bathroom. The second bathroom, you're gonna need a second bathroom, but it needs to be within the building. You can't have a portable bathroom outside. Somehow we're gonna get to the bottom of that.
So this is Jose. In order for us to put a bathroom in the building inside, it's going to reduce the size of our dining room half. And for example, right now in the winter time, we're hardly doing any business in the restaurant. So for us, it's economic hardship to try to build something inside of the restaurant. We have spoken to a fellow in the past that, you know, we're basically going to use this bathroom during the summertime, this patio during the summertime. And we were, you know, the plan is to put a portable handicap accessible bathroom in the outside during that time. For us is, you know, necessary the use of the patio during the summer. We've gone through so much economic hardship, if you can probably know, due to COVID, and especially now with this new rebound of Omicron, we're in almost the same shape we were when we had the first spurt of COVID. So, and eventually we could try to do an addition to the building to produce that, but unfortunately, the finances and the economics right now, I mean, we're hardly getting by every day. We're closed Mondays and Tuesdays because We cannot afford to have everybody on payroll during those days. So that's one of the, the things that we have right now. So we will provide that handicap accessible bathroom outdoor. But other than that, I really, don't know what to do at this point. We just are trying to get our business afloat for as much as we can.
So you can apply to the state planning board for a variance. I don't have the power to give you that kind of approval, but they can. I'll tomorrow. I'll walk you through the process.
Mike, quick question. Is that requirement just due to the added seating?
Yes. So you can up to 20 people. You can get by with one unisex bathroom, but when you get over that threshold, you just need a second bathroom.
Now, is there anything stating though that it has to be inside if all of that extra seating is outdoors?
Yes. In the plumbing code. They can give you the variance. That's my best advice. Either that or build an addition. You're right. You don't really have any space inside for the second bathroom.
Yeah, and right. And this is going to, put us behind in the whole process. And, I wish we had a little bit more knowledge when we went through this, all these steps, getting to here.
So you're still covered right now under the state's allow outdoor seating. You still have time. I probably only will take you a couple of weeks to get in front of the state board.
Mhm.
So the governor waived these requirements during the pandemic, Mr. Duarte, and right now you got till April 1st. We're hoping it's going to be continued this year, but you really should go to the state board. They do give out variances based on economic hardship, based on a lot of requirements. They may even be able to help you how to maneuver around.
So we go to that and then we have to come back to you guys, right?
If they approve it, no, you don't have to come back. If they approve
I mean,
it,
if tonight they allow you to extend your premises, you have to wait for we can't give you the right to do so until you have that variance, but we could process whatever the vote is here tonight and send it to ABCC pending that approval.
Okay, thank you.
And what board is that?
state plumbing board.
It's a plumbing board or the architectural access board?
No,
One of them. It's a plumbing
plumbing
board.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
But we can still vote to approve it pending that being approved.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna have to be the motion.
Right. Any other questions from the commissioners?
Sure.
Okay. So I make a motion to approve, and then like Cheryl said, pending the variance approval of the second bathroom.
I second it.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Sorry about the bathroom situation. It's tough.
Yeah.
Okay, next is public hearing to consider an amusement and entertainment license application for La Economica Corporation, DBA La Economica Meat Market at 164 Park Street, Chelsea, Massachusetts.
Hello.
Hi.
So we would like to get the permit in order to be able to put music on over our speakers for customers as they shop.
And sorry, can you just introduce yourself?
I'm sorry, my name is Diana. My family has owned La Economica since 2000. So I'm here just to help them out, get everything situated.
Great, thank you.
The request is for a radio, and they did do the abutters list.
Great. Captain Hone, any comments?
No issue as long as the abutters were notified and the music doesn't carry out to outside. I mean, it's common at Market Basket, CVS, all places you go to has music playing. So I have no issue.
Okay, great. Anyone else in the public want to comment? Okay. And commissioners, questions or comments? Yeah, Gladys.
No, I have no comments. I support what they're trying to do. And as long as it's not that loud and stuff, it's perfect. Love it.
No, we'll have it to a minimum and it doesn't carry out to the outside. It's just more for background music than anything else.
Love it.
Great. So does someone want to make a motion?
I move that we approve La Económica sound system for the purpose of their customers and having fun while they're making money.
Great. Marnie, you second?
Yes.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great. Motion approved.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Okay, next up, public hearing to discuss the new method on issuing city new on-premise liquor licenses. The proposed subject matter will be discussed the criteria for new applicants and the public need for new on-premise liquor licenses.
So I just want to present the administration. As you know, we're going to probably get about 6 new on-premise licenses. And we were looking at other cities and towns whereby we could get variety, diversity, different areas in Chelsea. So we proposed to do this as an RFP, meaning everybody bring in their applications as opposed to on a first serve, first come basis. And some people hear about it sooner than others. And so we put in a draft of the RFP, which is in your packet. There is one change. Apparently, we don't have an economic development fund, so we are going to ask you not to approve that particular number 9. But we just wanted to have a little bit of a variety, no matter where it goes, and diversity in the restaurants that we allow. Just for the record, we don't do nightclubs. We have allowed entertainment, but the liquor, the on-premise liquor licenses tend to be restaurants, but we're hoping them to be restaurants in the city of Chelsea. We'd like diversity of food, diversity of ownership. We want diversity in, and when I say diversity of ownership, I mean all people, individuals, families, economic, race, ethnicity, young age levels. We want everyone to try to open up a restaurant here with a liquor license. Or a bar, because that is on premise. So we've just wanted to give you guys the opportunity. We tend to do this first serve, first come, and then there's a whole bunch of people calling about, do we have liquor license? Do we have liquor licenses? This just makes an even playing field for the entire city. And we want to be able to put this in the paper to let everybody know, just social media, that anyone who's thinking about a brick and mortar store, that a restaurant or bar, that this is out there and available to them, and they're not $50,000, right? That some people are selling them for. So we want everyone to be able to purchase liquor licenses from the city.
And quick question. What sort of time frame are you thinking of giving folks? So you'll make the announcement that there's X number available and they have until X date to tell us that they're interested before we'll start reviewing them. What sort of a time frame are we talking about? Are we talking a couple of weeks, a couple months?
So we haven't gotten the actual licenses yet. So we actually have some time here. You know, they had to confirm all the census numbers. We were given a heads up back in the fall that it looks like because of the census, we may be getting these extra on premises. So we were hoping to be able to give people a good month or 2 months to, you know, think about coming in with their menus, because usually you guys look at menus and everything else, and just present a good presentation, and maybe have some help from the licensing department and from planning as to where they could open these restaurants. So we were thinking about a month or 2, like a good 2 weeks of onslaught of social media and just attention to what we're going to do, and then a good month before they have to submit.
I just want to make sure that if we're doing this, we're giving people enough time.
Okay.
And it's not, if the whole point of this is to diversify and make sure that we are getting a good mix of business here in the city, I just want to make sure that there's enough time for people to put together a good proposal and get that to us for us to review. And it's not just people that kind of either caught wind early or just kind of get those first few in and then we're out of time. So we still end up in that same boat we would normally, where it's almost first come, first serve, regardless of the game plan.
If you guys have any suggestions.
I don't know
I
how
think,
you
I
all
think
see
maybe a month after posting. Maybe 2, no more than 2.
I'm comfortable with 2. And I was
Mhm.
wondering, when would we know exactly in terms of how many licenses we'll be getting?
They haven't said that yet.
Okay.
They have not, because renewals just ended. And so we
Okay.
need, first they need to determine how many you do have.
Okay.
We're hoping the end of February.
That was really my only question on the
Okay.
matter, was just making sure that we permitted enough time for folks.
So
Mhm.
we did do some criteria, about, are they going to be creating jobs for people, proposed location, a description, the noise control, because a lot of our first floors have units above them. If you're going to have a restaurant downstairs, just to let you know, we're working with the Board of Health. After I met with La Collaborativa about a rodent control order that's going to be coming out hopefully before the spring into construction season. Maybe we could make sure that there's pest management control when we issue these new licenses. So we're just thinking of some new ideas to help
love it.
better our quality of life around all these restaurants and bars.
So
I-
I love the, sorry.
Sorry. I was just going to say, I can tell you that in the city that I'm a licensee, this year, for the first time, we were required to submit in our annual renewals our pest control paperwork, which we have not had to do in the past.
Yeah, we're trying to get that going.
Love the concept. I wanted to make sure that that we think about it thoroughly, because the diversity of whatever comes down the line, as once you give these licenses, hardly people give them up. And I really think that we need to be very thorough in the way that we think about releasing them and the process for it. So I want to make sure that, that we hear it from the people, and also that there's a public, there's people know ahead of time that this is happening. We know ahead of time so that we can compare the proposals that are out there, and also that people are meeting the criteria. And I wish that that we see things a little bit before time, so that we can sort of like add things to the criteria.
So
But I like
we did
where
submit
you
this
going with that.
criteria. If you guys still want to look at it and finalize it at the next meeting, just to add to it, say the timeline. Tonight's a public hearing. I don't know if there's any members of the public who wish to speak on this, but this is what we came up with looking at Salem and a couple of other cities or towns who have done it, and we thought this was a great idea. Like some of this says 3 references, but are we giving new entrepreneurs an opportunity to open up? It's how you're balancing all your criteria too. You might want some new people to come in and try it, right? Because that's what entrepreneurship is about. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think too, for me, it's about recruitment. Like, how are we telling people and making sure everyone knows? And I think, so there's certain people that will check the city website, but a lot of people don't. And so I'm just trying to think about, how do we make sure we get the word out so we do get a diverse inquiry of people? Like, can we let E4All know that, like, for the entrepreneurs are going through their accelerator, that like this is coming out so they can like apply, right? So like, what are just other places we can spread the word? I think it's important to think about.
And what we do through procurement, if you tell me, I can mail these out to newspaper people to put in, to different organizations that restaurateurs are in, or the schools that are teaching the entrepreneurship on restaurants, and just anything you want besides just our local media and our local social media. If you want that to be outside of Chelsea, when you vote this in, just let me know and we can let procurement get it out there.
Yeah.
Could it be possible for us to table this until we get a lot of other materials on it, on what else other cities and towns are doing, so that we can make a decision, next time we meet?
We can send you and also put it in the packet, what we found, and we can still look for some more if you want us to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I like that, Gladys, like give us, because if we're not getting the licenses anyways until the end of February, we have a month to really kind of be thoughtful about this. So I agree. I think maybe the motion is to let's table this till next month. In the meantime, we'll kind of look over the resources and have time to
We
just give
explore
feedback.
the possibility.
Yeah.
May I add something just historically, since being on the board since as the police representative since 2007? I didn't get the packet to see what the planning is. I only got the agenda. I think we definitely have to be involved historically what has happened, and the city attorney will back me up on this. When a license came available, it usually became available due to a problem restaurant bar. And that license was already predetermined to go to a friend. It was basically a phantom, and they just reinvented themselves with a different name. I can go on and on and on and on and on. If you look under the ABCC rules and regulations, it is supposed to be for the public need, public good, like what you all decide to put here. I just want to make sure that there is some documentation that we are able to do some type of forensic background to make sure it's not like a phantom owner, someone who's available to get a license, but the real person is behind the scenes. And I can name a few places right now that I know that's happening in the city. I think this can transform the city greatly. I'd like to see places without, as a person who also lives here, and now I know Officer McLaughlin's on. When you see a bouncer at the door, to me, that's not a restaurant. Things in that nature, as you know, I just want to put that out there that it's historically just been a change of the name, and it was really the underground owners still running the businesses. And to make sure that our department with the chief, myself, in consultation with the officers who go to these calls at all hours, that we have some valuable input, which I think we do add a lot of value to.
Keith, I was wondering, and probably Cheryl, you may also know this, if we were to do that, which I love the way it sounds, because I know some of those characters too that have, used their uncle or whatever new name, and they rename themselves, but it's the same old thing that is always happening. I'm wondering, are the other ones that already have a license, are they grandfather in, or this would apply to all?
So this
The
is just
forensic,
add to
whatever.
the new 6 licenses.
Oh,
The
okay.
new 6 licenses. I do have something I was cooking about nightclubs here and family restaurants getting dancing and entertainment that I just want you guys to think about when you allow entertainment now, it's something, it's morphed into something different. So I'm working on, that's my next project once we get these licenses out with you guys. Oh, and exotic dancing. I gotta figure that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if a new, to Glass's question, if a new license comes up, is this RFP process the new process?
So
going
when
forward?
we get new ones, we 9 times out of 10 only get new ones, like a group of new ones, whenever the census count comes. So let's say we just get a license. It could be up to you to decide, let's RFP it. Let's continuously RFP it if it wasn't already transferred to someone. 9 times out of 10 in Chelsea, they find a buyer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But every now and then we revoke it, right? So once we revoke it, maybe your idea is let's RFP it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But I like where we go
On a
with this.
table.
Yes.
Yes, we'll table it for next month. Do we need to vote on that or?
Yes, please.
Okay. So motion to table it for next month and do homework in between. Marty, they're seconding that? Great, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great. And the final agenda item, conference with Green Star Herbals at 200 Beecham Street, Chelsea, seeking to change the 90-day appointment requirements.
Good evening. My name's Tom Maury. excuse me, I'm the president of Green Star, and just wanted to, give you an update on, what's been happening. We opened up on December 15th with a number of Chelsea residents. Things have been going very, very smoothly. We've got over 40 parking spaces there. We also leased across the street some parking as well for employee parking. So at all times, there's 40 parking spaces, roughly open. And we've been going, when we first started out 2 or 3 years ago, when we wanted to get into this business, I know there's a lot of, concern about lines and traffic and things of that nature. And, obviously, as all these dispensaries have opened, all that concern has gone away, and really, there's really not many people that, are restricting only appointment only. So we've been averaging probably between 200 to 300 customers, a day. We have a dedicated security guy who stands outside the door. So we monitor any traffic concerns or anything of that nature. And we want to, be able to, be like another retail person and have people come in and buy product. And obviously, that behooves the city of Chelsea. We've already given a prepayment of $150,000 for the HCA, requirement. And, we'd like to request the appointment only be lifted at this point.
So the licensing department is, because of the pandemic and because of our history with the Western Front, initially the 90-day appointment only was because the communities were all upset about traffic. That traffic over there isn't necessarily for Green Star Herbals. It's probably more going to the casino and Amazon than anything else. We don't have any problems. They've done it for the past month. What we did was a modified version. If someone did happen to show up, they had to put them in as it was an appointment. And also what Tom did not inform you is that they have changed their name, which I think they have to go to the CCC first to, I think, Rise. Is that correct?
Yes, that's all been done.
Yeah. So it's up to you guys about if you have any concerns about waiving the 90-day appointment, which now is about 60 days.
I've gone
I
by.
just wanna-
Good.
I'm sorry, I just want to state the facts that I will recuse myself from this whole conversation as I am trying to get a license for a cannabis project in the city of Chelsea.
Thanks, Gladys.
So there is sufficient people here tonight. You've got 3 board members.
Yeah. Mike, you're going to say?
I was going to say, I've been monitoring the situation and I've gone by a lot. I've never seen more than 3 or 4 cars there. It definitely is not out of control. So I really don't have an issue with it.
Great. Captain Hone, anything?
Nope. Echoing what Mike just said, both places, Western Front, there was always a big scare about traffic. I go by the location on Beecham, always there's a security person posted at both locations, and it's never been a traffic issue. That place has its own traffic nightmares, but they're not contributing.
Right. Anyone else in the public have any comments or questions? Okay. Anyone else from the commission? Okay. So it's a motion to waive the 90-day, right? Anybody? So I make a motion to waive the 90-day. Anyone want a second?
I'll second it.
Great. All in favor? Aye. Great. Okay.
Great.
Done and done.
Meeting is February 10th.
Thanks, Cheryl. Thanks, everybody.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Take
All
care.
right.
Bye.
Have a good night.